Okay, hi there everyone. God bless. Welcome to our Technology and Livelihood Education class. Our topic is all about the benefits derived from planting trees and fruit-bearing trees to communities. And what you should need to know is that at the end of this lesson, you are expected to explain the benefits derived from planting trees and fruit-bearing trees to communities. Identify some products made from trees and help in preserving the environment through planting trees. This time, I have prepared a 10 test items for me to know that you have learned something prior to our discussion. So uh, what you should do is to read the following test items and then select the correct answer from the given choices and write the letter only of your answer. Let's begin. For question number 1, which of the following benefits derived from planting trees and fruit-bearing trees can help the communities? A. They serve as windbreakers during typhoons and storms. B. They help reduce pollutions in congested urban areas. C. They contribute to the beautiful landscapes in the communities. And D. All of the above. For question number 2, how do trees prevent erosion? A. Trees help maintain high quality water supply. B. Trees improve the atmosphere of a place. C. Trees hold the soil in place when rain or floods come. Letter D. Trees provide shade and fresh air. Question number 3. Below are benefits derived from trees, which is not? A. They provide food for the family and communities. B. They increase climate change. C. They are sources of chemical products such as resin, rubber, and turpentine. Letter D. They prevent flood. Question number 4. What product from tree used to construct houses for men and animals, cabinets, and fixtures? A. Lumber. B. Sponge. C. Wine cork. Letter D. Turpentine. For question number 5. Which product is produced from juice of some trees? A. Wine cork. B. Chocolate. C. Turpentine. Letter D. Sponge. Question number 6. Where does sugar product come from? A. Comes from cacao tree. B. Extracted from wood pulp of sugar plant. C. Made from renewable plant-based materials. Letter D. Obtained by drying and beating the leaves of palm tree. Question number 7. Which is the stopper used to seal wine bottles? A. Lumber. B. Chocolate. C. Sponge. Letter D. Wine cork. Question number 8. What product made from fiber harvested from wood pulp of trees? A. Paper. B. Wine cork. C. Sponge. Letter D. Sugar. Question number 9. Why do we need to plant trees and fruit-bearing trees? A. To help decrease climate change. B. To improve the atmosphere of a place by giving a feeling of freshness and coolness. C. To provide shelter for man and animals. Letter D. All of the above. Question number 10. What can we do to help preserve our trees? stop deforestation or the clearing of areas in the forest. Letter D, participate in activities that promote saving our trees. Letter C, stop illegal logging. And letter D, all of the above. Okay, so now let's move on to review. I have here pictures, and what you're going to do is to look at the pictures below and then explain what benefits of planting and propagating trees and fruit-bearing trees to families shown in each picture. For picture number 1, look at the picture, okay, and then explain what benefits of planting and propagating trees and fruit-bearing trees to families shown in that picture. So with the picture number 2, okay, so we already talked about that, and then I know that you know the answers. So this time I have here a poem. And this poem is all about the benefits of trees. So, read the poem carefully so that you can answer the following question after reading the poem. Benefits of trees. Trees are man's best friend that helps our environment. Trees are planted for a reason depending on the season. Trees give lots of benefits that human can appreciate. Trees that bear fruits to feed the hungry mouth. Trees that give the woods and stop the floods. Trees that provide us in any ways to suffice our needs. But all this that trees offer were to some has no value. Sometimes they might be the reason for making its destruction. What we dream is an environment where no pollution can be seen. To achieve this, let us save trees. Okay, so based on the point, what benefits do trees give us? So kindly enumerate what are those benefits do trees give us? And then second question is, how can we save our environment from the pollution, which is the biggest problem of the earth? Again, how? How can we save our environment from the pollution? Okay, so trees are valuable because of the products and the amenities they give, such as, okay, for number 1, food like fruits, vegetables, nuts, and sugar. So, all the fruits, the vegetables, and the nuts and sugar, those are products and amenities that the trees give to us. Second, wood used as fuel for cooking and heating. And then, construction materials which include lumber, plywood, and board. Number 4, fiber for the production of pulp and paper. And lastly, chemical products such as resin, rubber, and turpentine. But then, the products and the amenities that the trees gives us are not only this, but there are other benefits derived from trees to maintain a healthy community. Some of these benefits include, number 1, they provide shade and fresh air around the house and along the streets and surroundings. No? So trees are very much needed by people in these times of climate change when the temperature is high and the heat of the sun becomes intense. Without trees, we all know that there are no shades to keep us cool. Okay, for number 2, they protect the soil from erosion. Okay, so have you seen big roots that extend several meters from the trunk or go deeper into the soil? These roots hold the soil, preventing it from eroding when the rain or floods come. So trees is very trees are very important. Number 3, they help maintain high quality supply. The roots of plants and trees help strain the dirt and then cleanse the water as it passes through the roots. The root system promotes soil stability. This means that the soil held by the roots remain there and does not erode. So the root system promotes soil stability. Number 5, they serve as valuable wildlife habitats. So wild animals live in places with many trees like that of a forest. So if there is no forest, then wild animals doesn't have a habitat. Number 6, they serve as windbreakers during typhoons and storms, thus reducing the destruction of home and agricultural crops. A typhoon that is strong usually moves at very fast speed. It continues to be that strong if there are no barriers in the path where it moves. But when it passes barriers like mountains and trees, it slows down and its speed is reduced. Small crops and plants as well as houses are safe when typhoon is weak. Okay, for number 7, they help reduce pollutions in congested urban areas. Let us remember that trees take in carbon dioxide emitted from vehicles that belches smoke. The more trees present, the less amount of carbon dioxide is in the air. Next, they contribute to the beautiful landscapes in the city and countryside. So imagine a land with plenty of trees and grass and a scattering of flowers of beautiful colors, sizes, and shape. It is very beautiful and amazing. Number 9, they reduce temperature. So trees, they improve the atmosphere of a place by giving a feeling of freshness and coolness as they reduce temperature. Next is they prevent river and lake sedimentation. Have you observed a river bank that is lined endlessly with full-grown trees? These trees help hold the water in the lake and river and keep it there. This prevents the lake and river from drying up. And then, last but not the least, they prevent floods. Floods occur when water from rain rushes in, causing soil erosion. However, if there are trees to serve as barriers and the roots to hold the water, flood will not occur. So, plant more trees. Because trees are beneficial not only to the family but to the community as well. We should help in preserving them by planting more trees, stop deforestation or cutting trees, instead do reforestation. You are not only saving yourself, but saving your family, community, and also the world. So now, let's talk about some of the products that are made from trees. These are the following. These are some of the products only. Lumber, wine cork, paper, rubber, sugar, turpentine, sponges, chocolate, car wax, and hair dye. So, lumber, okay, It is a processed wood to construct houses for man and animals, cabinets, fixtures, and others. This is the example of a product made of lumber. Okay, next is wine cork. Wine cork, are you familiar with our latest drink, May? Okay, that's it. A stopper used to seal wine bottle. It is a wine cork. Next is paper. Paper, it is a product made from fiber, harvested from wood pulp. Don't tell me that you don't know what is paper because we usually use this. And it is a product from, give by the tree. Okay, rubber, derived from sap of some trees. Okay, that example is a tire of a vehicle. Sugar, extracted from wood pulp of sugar plant. That's it. Turpentine, it is the product produced from juice of some trees, just like what you have seen on the pictures. Next is sponges. Sponges, okay, it is a soft and squishy product made from renewable plant-based materials. Okay. Next is chocolate. Chocolate comes from cacao tree. Okay. So all the chocolate, if you have eaten a chocolate, then you can remember now the cacao tree. Next is car wax, obtained by drying and beating the leaves of a palm tree to remove the wax. And lastly, hair dye. The leaves from the henna tree have been used to create hair dye. So those are some of the products given by the made from the trees. Okay, let us always remember that trees are valuable because of the products and amenities they give. We use some products made from trees every day, such as wood and paper, in addition to many products you would never guess came from a tree. Wood by products and chemicals extracted from trees are used to make thousands of products. All parts of the log are used, so there is virtually no waste and leftovers. So, trees provide benefits again to the community environment. Some of these are: they provide shade and fresh air, they protect the soil from erosion, they help maintain high quality water supply, they promote soil stability, they serve as valuable wildlife habitats, they serve as windbreakers, they help reduce pollution in congested urban areas, they contribute to the beautiful landscapes, they improve the atmosphere of a place, they prevent river and lake sedimentation, and they prevent floods. Okay, now let's move on to our activity. What you're going to do is to match the column A with column B. You're going to write the letter of your answer and the space provided before each number. Okay, there, windbreaker, wine cork, lumber, paper, rubber, turpentine, erosion, sugar, carbon dioxide, and oxygen. And for your assessment, again, another 10 test items, and then what you're going to do is to read the following test items and then select the correct answer from the given choices and write the letter only of your answer. Let's begin with question number 1. What product from tree used to construct houses for man and animals, cabinets, and Fixtures. A. Lumber. B. Sponge. C. Wine cork. D. Turpentine. Question number 2. Which is a stopper used to seal wine bottles? A. Lumber. B. Chocolate. C. Sponge. And letter D. Wine cork. Question number 3. Which product is produced from juice of some trees? A. Wine cork. B. Chocolate. C. Turpentine. Letter D. Sponge. And for question number 4, what product made from fiber harvested from wood pulp of trees? A. Paper. B. Wine cork. C. Sponge. And letter D. Sugar. For number 5, where does sugar product come from? A. Comes from cacao tree. B. Extracted from wood pulp of sugar plant. Letter C. Made from renewable plant-based materials. And letter D. Obtained by drying and beating the leaves of a palm tree. 6. Which of the following benefits derived from planting trees and fruit-bearing trees can help the communities? A. They serve as windbreakers during typhoons and storms. B. They help reduce pollutions in congested urban areas. Letter C. They contribute to the beautiful landscapes in the communities. Letter D. All of the above. Number 7. Below are benefits derived from trees. Which is not? A. They provide food for the family and communities. B. They increase climate change. C. They are sources of chemical products such as resin, rubber, and turpentine. Letter D. They prevent flood. Question number 8. How do trees prevent erosion? A. Trees help maintain high quality water supply. B. Trees improve the atmosphere of a place. Letter C. Trees hold the soil in place when rain or floods come. Letter D. Trees provide shade and fresh air. Question number 9. What can we do to help preserve our trees? A. Stop deforestation or the clearing of areas in the forest. Letter B. Participate in activities that promote saving our trees. Letter C. Stop illegal logging. Letter D. All of the above. Okay, for the last question, number 10. Why do we need to plant trees and fruit-bearing trees? A. To help decrease climate change. Letter B. To improve the atmosphere of a place by giving a feeling of freshness and coolness. Letter C. To provide shelter for man and animals. Letter D. All of the above. Okay, that's it for our lesson this time. Thank you for listening. Again, this is your teacher for the Technology and Livelihood Education class.